Hello, my noble band of outlaws. Outlaw Samurai coming at you live with a video with my mellow yellow. Yes, big old 2-liter. The glory of the 2-liter is you can drink as big a gulps as you want, and it will usually last you about an hour or two. In my case, a 2-liter basically, I can go through a 2-liter in a day. But that's not the purpose of this video. It's an unboxing of the new Sacred Beast Structure Deck. So, if any of you are old-timey Yu-Gi-Oh fans, you'll remember there was the original Yu-Gi-Oh, then there was a second incarnation, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX with Jaden Yuki. At least Jaden was his name in the English dub. I think his name was Jukai or Juichi. No, I think Juichi was Joey Wheeler from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! But in any case, Jaden Yugi is the main protagonist. He is the best duelist in Duel Academy, blah, blah, blah. Basically, he fills the role of Yu-Gi-Moto. And in the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX world, to basically keep up with the popularity of the Egyptian god cards, they attempted to create an entirely new set of 3 ultimately powerful deity cards that could rule the world, aka the 3 Sacred Beasts. Raphael, the Lord of Phantasms, Haman, Lord of Striking Thunder, and Uriah, Lord of Searing Flame. Now, over the years, the Sacred Beasts have been used in decks, at least to my knowledge, but not all of them. It was like with the God cards. I think the only God card that really saw competitive play was Obelisk the Tormentor in Frog decks, because of Obelisk's ability to basically, I think it was a board wipe ability to knock all the opponent's monsters off the board. And Frog monsters can be played in ridiculous amounts, as far as I'm aware. So, don't quote me on that. As first with these deck unboxings, we have, of course...
I got an idea that would help.
Sorry about that, distractions abound, but as I was saying, here's the Sacred Beast playmat with Haman, Raphael, and Uriah. On the back, there are strategies and combos you can do with these cards. You remember back in the old structure decks where... just a second. Sorry about that. Again, distractions. But in any case, any of you out there, you remember those old structure decks where they would come with the deck itself, and then they would come with the playmat, and then they'd come with this little unfolding packet deal that would tell you the best beginning strategies and ways to play these cards. And then they'd come with like these little tip cards. Yeah, nowadays Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure decks don't come with those things. The info for basic strategies is on the back of the playmats, no tip cards, and you got these Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Link scanner things. I kind of miss old school structure decks. But at least with this one, it's still packed. This is actually kind of reminiscent. This is the old school packaging that was harder than hell to get off. That you need to get a pair of scissors and pray to Obelisk, Cypher, and Rod that you didn't mar the cards as you were trying to get them out. This thing don't have that little tab deal. I think I'm going to pause the video so I can get this sumbitch open. Got it open. Dueling card. Dueling card. Dueling card. Now, this actually has a few new cards and support for the Sacred Beast. First you have the Raphael, Lord of Phantasms, smashing Shimmering Scraper. A new monster card support for Ravel. And just look at that awesome color. Ultra rare Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames. Ultra rare Haman, Lord of Striking Thunder. Ultra rare Ravael, Lord of Phantasms. Ultra rare Amontile, the Chaos Phantasm. This is the fusion of all three Sacred Beast cards. Then you have, that happened in the background. Cthulhium Strike, a support card for Haman. Hyper Blaze, a support card for Uriah. Dimension Fusion Destruction, obviously to play Armor Tile. Chaos Core. You basically have, according to all the videos I've watched over deck profiles of this, these four cards are staples in this deck. You have Chaos Core, Dark Beckoning Beast, which apparently lets you summon any Sacred Beast monster you want. Chaos Summoning Beast, I believe has the same ability. I'm not going through all the abilities because I have limited time to do this. But if you want to know the abilities of all these cards, you can pick up this deck from Amazon. There are two options, a $17 one and a $19 one. I got the $17 one. Then you have Dark Summoning Beast. Phantom of Chaos, because this is a staple in pretty much every Sacred Beast deck. Because it can take the place of another monster in the deck. Phantom Stalker for the tokens. Mad Reloader. Grave Squimmer. Oh, I didn't know you got this card in the deck. Rainbow Dark Dragon. I have Rainbow Dragon, but I never got Rainbow Dark Dragon. Huh, cool. Tragagia. Raiden of the Mishama's Multi-Dimensional Kaiju. Chaos Hunter. Puppet Master. Stygian Street Patrol. Farfa Malbris of the Burning Abyss. The Fabled Cerberer, which is apparently a tuna card. So I think there might be Synchro Monsters somewhere in here. Opening of the Spirit Gates, a card specifically used to summon Uriah, Haman, or Ravael. Danger Chupacabra. I'm assuming it's for the effect. The field spell Fallen Paradise. That lets you do something with the Sacred Beast. Phantasmal Martius, another Sacred Beast support. Spell Chronicle, which I don't know what this card does. Terraforming, so you can get to that field spell. Set Rotation, so you can do something. Again, I would read these card effects, but I don't really have time. Mound of the Bound Creator. Actually, this field spell was used in an episode where Jaden Yuki fought this professor guy from Industrial Illusions, who stole a copy of the Winged Dragon of Ra. After Yugimoto defeated the Pharaoh Atem in the final duel of the series, the Gar cards went into the afterlife with Atem, but Pegasus made a copy of the Winged Dragon of Ra for study. his Professor Dude stole the Winged Dragon of Ra. The Winged Dragon of Ra copy was in pain and all that stuff. Jaden actually ended up setting it free. And this was the spell card that crazy Professor Dude used to basically imprison the Winged Dragon of Ra. 1-for-1. The burning of the beginning of the end. Pot of Desires. Owner's Seal. Field Barrier. Swords of Concealing Light. Mythical Space Typhoon. Awakening of the Sacred Beast. This gives you a whole slew of abilities depending on how many Sacred Beast cards you have. Escape from the Dark Dimension. Shapeshifter. Imperial Custom. Mistake. Neither player can add cards from their deck to the hand except by drawing them. Dark Factory of More Production. So I guess this is a... If you remember old school Yu-Gi-Oh! There was a spell card called Factory of Mass Production. And in the Dark Factory of More Production, you can send one monster from your hand or field to the graveyard, draw one card. You can only use this effect of Dark Factory of More Production once per turn. So I'm assuming this deck has a lot of graveyard effects, so you can use effects from the graveyard and draw cards. So there's that. My grandma's in the other room watching TV, of course.
You don't need that light on.
She's attempting to distract me, but I won't let her. 3 levels. Oh, nice. Phantasm Emperor Trilogy. Okay, apparently this is 3 level 10 monsters, so I'm assuming you need the Sacred Beast cards to play this. I will read this effect because I'm curious. If this card is special summon, if this card is special summon, or if another monster is special summoned from the graveyard to your field while you control this monster, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to half its original attack. You can only use this effect of Phantasm Emperor Trough once per turn. So I guess if you summon this card, then bring back Ravel or something, like if you bring back Ravel or Haman, you can actually deal 2,000 points of damage to your opponent, so it's not a bad card. Then you have a couple of phantasmal tokens for for Ravel, and I guess his shining form. But that's been my review of the Sacred Beast structure deck. Now, I will be buying 2 more versions of these decks and making a full-on Sacred Beast deck that I might add a few cards of my own choosing, subtract a few cards. It all depends on how it meshes together. Because right now, this deck, the structure deck alone sets up a good engine to play the Sacred Beast. But if you build up that engine even more, I have a theory that you could get the Sacred Beast out onto the field, in the graveyard, back onto the field, to the graveyard, and just keep going vice versa, like a continuous perpetual engine deal. But I will be buying 2 more copies of this deck so that I can build a bigger Sacred Beast deck. This would actually be my second ever Fiend deck, because I actually have a different dimension Fiend deck that I built. I might do a profile video on that at some later date. But for right now, that's been my unboxing of the Sacred Beast deck. If you want to know the full slew of the abilities of these cards, buy the deck yourself, because as I said, I did not have time to read all the effects today because shit's going on and I just didn't have time. So That's it for today's video. Until next time, my noble band of outlaws, outlaw samurai, tells all y'all, be crazy rednecks, be safe in using your weapons, and may the heart of the cards be with you. I'm out. Peace.